Okay, so I think we're live, and I'm just gonna go for a ride. I just wanted to throw this on. I know a bunch of my buddies are doing Saturday live streams because they all seem to go live Saturday at 9 a.m. And sorry, what's today? Isn't today No, today's Sunday. Never mind. Anyway, so the good news is that with this you can obviously just watch it later. But I haven't done anything live in a while, and I had a couple emails from you guys. Actually, I got my third one yesterday, and I was honored by the statements of, "Hey, Mike, you haven't gone live in a while." And then I was talking with Gracie about it, and I said, well, I don't really need to go live because you're here. Like, I don't need to show you anything, right? So, anyway, I got the GoPro strapped onto the mirror of the click, and based on the motivation of Dana and actually the helmet that he gave Patty Doyle, I got a really bitchin' helmet, which I'm pleased about because it goes underneath, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me through this. But anyway, I'm just gonna go for a ride, and there's no reason to sort of interact. And I can't, actually, because my phone's underneath the seat, and that's how I'm streaming. But I just thought I'd cruise around Samui, because it's actually a really nice day today. And it was a nice day yesterday, weather-wise. We've been massive rainy season here. So anyway, and I can't see your comments, so I apologize for that. So anyway, this is gonna be more of a monologue, meaning a video. I'm probably not gonna talk a whole lot, because this is gonna be down in front of my mouth. But I just wanted to say hi. Hope you guys are doing great, and also this will give Gracie the ability to see where I'm cruising around, and at some point maybe I'll send her a message and say, hey, come on over here, it's really cool. So anyway, right now, right behind me is the Naton Pier. If you've ever been to Samui, then, and if you've ever been to Samui and come here via ferry, then likely you've come to Naton Pier, or Raja, if you've taken the Raja ferry, which always reminds me of the phrase tramp steamer, because it's a fairly antiquated vessel that they own, or many of them are. And anyway, so I'm just gonna kind of cruise around. I came down here, there's a neat little spot over there, which as I turn the bike, you'll be able to see. It's just this little beach that's right off the pier. But I love coming to Samui, and actually, even if it was cheaper, actually, to fly on Bangkok Airways, because it's the only one, as many of you know. And people have told me, oh my God, yeah, but 2,000 baht is so cheap on Bangkok Airways. Normally it's 10,000 baht. Okay, well, whatever. Regardless, if it was like 200 baht, I still wouldn't fly it because I really like being on the ferry. In fact, I think one of these days, Gracie and I are just gonna take the ferry over to Koh Phangan, and maybe we'll just go over there and then get right back on and come back, because I just love being on the water. Life on the water for me is just better. And kind of like hot, humid sun is just better for me. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna go for a little bit of a ride. And again, don't not watch the other guys in Thailand that are buddies of mine that you would normally watch on a Saturday. Just come back to this, or flip back and forth or whatever. I'm not gonna be talking a whole lot, so maybe this can go in the background while you listen to them. Who knows? Anyway, it's Mike's from LiveMyAssOff.com saying I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, then you probably don't have a GoPro 9 strapped to your Honda Click. It costs $1,000 a week. 1,000 baht a week, and just because for some reason I just can't commit to being here. So anyway, let's go for a ride. Yeah, so you come off the pier right there, and there's this neat little beach that I like to go to, which is right here. It's really easy, and there's like old boats, you know, and I just look at those old boats and I think to myself, man, if I was a kid, I would come down here and I would play on that like I was a pirate or something. And maybe they do here, I don't know, but I know I do. I will tell you that the dogs that I've interfaced with here have all been really cool, probably because they speak Thai. But anyway, all right, let me see if I can get this straight here, just so you guys get a full appreciation for where I'm going, not what's just on my left. All right, 9:22 in the morning is what I have on the dash here, and I am 6.9 kilometers into my ride this morning. We'll see where it goes from here. Chin guard down. And this is basically as much as you can hear me with the chin guard down, which is probably not much. But let's go. off me. We've had huge flooding here in descent, and if you can hear me, meaning that there was so much flooding that like the water came up to where the air would go intake in the motorbike. So Gracie and I ended up renting a Ford Ranger. So we have a vehicle that I've never been to this waterfall. Huh, cool. So I don't know if this is still working. The screen is kind of messed up, but let me see here. No. Oh, the front facing. Oh, now it's good. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I took my helmet off and put my mask on because that's what you do here. You guys ever been to this waterfall? I've never been. We drive past it all the time. Here's the temple, and then here's the water. Oh, wow, ducks. You guys like ducks? I'm a big fan of white ducks. Yes, I'm prejudiced. No, I just like them. Hope they won't get too close to disturb them. And we can still look at them from afar and appreciate. So what is this? That's where I am. They always take very good care of their like national parks and things like that, and so I guess this is one of those. You can go up there. There are a bunch of coffee shops. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know how wide the angle. I can't remember how wide I set the angle on this morning. So I don't know if you saw the coffee shops and stuff that are there, but obviously there's, you know, many solutions for tourists along the way here, and probably about a 25 to 30% of them are actually open now, amidst the fact that the amount of tourists here is still limited. I can tell you that we've been over to Lamai and we've been over to Chawang. Lamai, we went for like pizza at this one place, and literally every single shop around us was closed except one across the street, massage shop, and it was it's a little depressing, I will tell you. This is kind of cool. Honey, if you're watching, what you do is you just basically cruise down past the pier, and then when you get to the rotary, just turn left. And then go left. If you want to join me, if you can hear me. We'll definitely come back, so. I mean, this is the water now, right? I can't even imagine if we came here when it was raining like 3 days ago. It must have just been so energetic in here. It's interesting, isn't it, how like we as humans, we, you know, collectively, but obviously there's individuality, but collectively we seem to put a lot of beauty and admiration and like and appreciation for things like waterfalls and waves and, you know, just water in general, right? Like if there's a calm big pond or something like that, it's like, oh, that's cool, it really looks like, you know, glass. Or, oh my god, this waterfall, there's so much water, that looks awesome, let's get in it and ride it with an inflatable raft. Or something to that effect. Now the last waterfall we were at, Gracie was the ambitious one and also wore clothing that she didn't mind getting wet, so she went swimming in that waterfall, but it was much less energetic than this, but it was equally as nice. I will tell you that this white noise is something that I personally like a lot. So a lot of moss, so you know, kind of slippery, but I'm being careful. I got my laptop with me too, which is like, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I didn't even, oh yeah, I guess I did take the key. Like 50% of the time, I just leave the silly key in the motorbike. And, you know, so this morning, I bet you I could have left my, friggin' laptop on my motorbike and think, whatever. But then I would be distracted and thinking that, well, there may be that one person that wants to steal it, and then here I am with no laptop, right? I do need to get a smaller laptop. I need to get a laptop that will actually fit in the infamous, in air quotes, trunk of my Honda Click. Because if I can do that, then, because right now I do in fact need to worry about if it rains, like what am I going to do with my laptop? Now I have one of those, you know, like plastic bags you buy for like 10 baht at 7-Eleven. And as you also might guess, hiking over there with this laptop bag that I've got, it's a little cumbersome. So, but I'll tell you, I mean, I'm not a big like, oh my god, let's hike the entire waterfall person. I love waterfalls. I can appreciate them big time. And in fact, one of my most favorite little hikes I ever took was in Maui. My first trip to Maui, and walked up those. To date, whoa, see, almost slipping, right? So to date, and I know that if I do that enough, I'm gonna throw my back out, and then that's gonna ruin the whole rest of my day, so I'm gonna definitely take it easy. Dunn's River Falls in Jamaica is a big favorite of mine. I'm gonna try walking up here. It's weird because I thought like this would be the slipperiest, but no, it's like this random, I think the key is to just use my hands as well as my feet. But in any case, yeah, Dunn's River Falls in Jamaica was really awesome. I was there, I'm trying to think what time of year it was. I think it was April. We were there for a live remote, the morning show from the station I was working at. So hold on, I'm gonna put this down and then climb up. Is that better? You get some degree of, no, whatever. Okay, oh boy. See, the laptop bag. I don't have bottom straps on it, so. What's up with this screen? That's a bummer. I hope the front screen isn't damaged. Have I had this more than a year? I assume that there's no more warranty after a year, but the good news is it may look like it has a white splotch on it, but it's totally functional. So, anyway, so this is kind of a neat stop. And I'm still, it looks like I'm still streaming. I think I'm doing 25 or 2.5 megabits a second. Yeah. And so yeah, so no message from Gracie, so she's probably watching Well, she did her nails earlier. I don't know if she went live doing that or not, but she got like 4 or 5 different nail colors and painted a finger each color, which I completely think is an awesome idea. If I were the kind of person to wear nail polish, I probably would do the same thing. I would want to do the same thing. It was a recommendation I gave to her. So this has been here a while. May 29th of 63. And I'm guessing that that's, let's see, what year is it now? It's 2565, is that right? Or 26? Ah, crap, I can't remember. Let's see. Thai year. Oh, it's 2564. So actually, that was only made a year ago, in 2563. Interesting. I wonder why they put that there, of all places. I guess maybe there's a ton of water that's normally there. Who knows? Or maybe it symbolizes something. Anyway, whether I'm still streaming or not, or whether you're still watching or not, I'm going to get back on the bike and drive around a little bit more and hang out with more ducks. Actually, let's go over to this Buddha. Now, as far as I know, this will be available for playback later in YouTube, maybe Twitch. Wat Nam Tak Hin Lad. Oh wow, this is a different design than I'm used to. I have seen definitely have seen white Buddhas, but a white temple? I don't know, I don't see many of those. But this is pretty awesome. Oh wow, there's a big gold thing up there. Oh, and there's another waterfall here. And there's someone washing her hair. How awesome is that, right? Honey, have you ever done that? I think she has, actually. That's amazing. I mean, that looks really gorgeous. But it's amazing, you know, a young lady washing her hair in the river, because, I mean, the only time I ever saw that when I was a kid was like, God, what was that movie, 10 with Bo Derek or something? I don't even remember, but I'm definitely not going to gawk. But I think it's pretty awesome that she's doing that. Yeah, I bet you when it was raining, man, the water was definitely up and over that. There were some streets here, guys, where they had like literally a meter of water. Standing. And then, of course, you drive through that in the truck and it creates these big waves, right? Nice. Wow. I'll tell you, if you guys have watched me long enough, you know that I come to these places, I don't know anything about the ceremony that is common or supposed to be done or whatever. Although I've never been forced to do anything, so I shouldn't say it's forced. It's supposed to be done. But I just feel better when I'm here. That's crazy. It's all. I feel like it's almost like a modern version, you know. 2 pane vinyl windows. Oh yeah, it's cool. Oh, there's a Buddha. There's a Buddha. There's a monk in there reading the newspaper. I don't know why I find it so, like, I don't know whether enjoyable is the word, or I just sort of, it's a nice thing to see somehow when monks are doing something that I would label as modern. So when I see a monk, like, actions speak louder than words. It's better to fight for good than fail at the ill. Completely agree. All right. You know, this second one, I gotta tell you, I heard something recently. I think it was Denzel Washington doing a commencement speech, and I don't remember what university it was. Regardless, I believe, and I'm paraphrasing, and it could have been, I think it was Denzel Washington. Anyway, I believe what he said was, you can always fail at something you don't like doing. So why not do something you do like doing? You know, I mean, if you're afraid of failing, because you're like, well, you know, this is a good, I hate my job, but it's constant, right? And it's like a constant paycheck, and I've got benefits, and, you know, they're never gonna fire me unless I like kill somebody or something like that, you know? Or really piss off the owner, or, you know, do something really ridiculous, right? Something you would normally never do. I'll never get fired. It's an easy gig, but I hate it, and I'm not creative. And the minute I leave work, my mind is absolutely elsewhere. Cherish some time to whom give birth to us. Absolutely, Mom. With consciousness is always a success. Ah, there you go. Anyway, I really like that. I don't know if he said it's just as easy to fail at something you don't like, because one could argue that if you do have the infamous easy gig but hate it, you know, the failure of it, in the sense that, like, again, you're gonna get fired and you're gonna lose your, you know, steady income. That's beautiful. So you guys know there's, you know how there's like a Buddha for each month, sorry, each day of the week that you're born, right? Well, my Buddha is kind of similar to that. It's got more dragons around the top of the head. But yeah, I'm a Saturday Buddha, and it's got a lot of dragons around, so I guess that means a lot of protection. I don't know, but I really like that. I like the whole look, dude. It's just, you know, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that is what he said. I suppose we could debate how much, you know, it might not be just as easy, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, the phrase is, it's just as easy to fail doing something you don't like. And one could argue you probably have a higher likelihood of success doing something you do like. Who knows, right? I don't know. I will say, though, that I think that there's also a little bit to the whole, you know, you got to pay your dues, right? Now, early on in radio, everybody refers to doing that industry, or at least years ago, not maybe any longer, but years ago when I got into it, you got to pay your dues, right? So you got to work for free, or you got to work the overnight shift, or you got to do a remote for free, or, you know, you don't get any money, but you get paid in records and trade, or script, what we used to call it. In other words, you know, Burger King advertises for your station, so you get this, you basically Burger King paper money. We would call it script. And you would walk into Burger King and use the Burger King money to eat, right? And extrapolate that into every single thing that would advertise on the radio. So, you know, I've needed to rent a car for a week, right? So I would just like go get an Avis, and we would have Avis script. I remember doing that in San Diego. And then obviously that's, you know, but what you don't do is you don't get script for groceries. So you can't just like get some script for, you know, Whole Foods, right? Although maybe you can now, who knows? But anyway, so that's how you get paid, and you know, you pay your dues in that industry. But for the most part, nobody gets in radio because they're like, oh my God, I've exhausted all other efforts. The only thing I can do is get hired in radio. No, it's usually I sacrificed a lot to get hired in radio. At least, again, that's how it was in my experience. And my point to that is that, you know, I was doing something I loved, but not getting paid a whole lot of money, you know. And many times people will do something that they don't particularly like, but they're getting paid a reasonable amount of money. They're getting paid a living wage. I have been in this scenario, and I have friends that have done this before too, that stay doing what they're doing because they're making a ridiculous amount of money, usually for a short time. But they're like, yeah, absolutely, I hate my job, but I'm getting $275,000 a year, and I'm getting all my medical benefits paid for, and I have 4 kids. And a buddy of mine back at Dell, he was doing that when I was, just before I left San Diego, we had lunch. And I said, so dude, what are you still doing over there? You're unhappy. And he goes, yeah, but I make a ton of money, and they're paying all my health insurance for my entire family. So I'm like, okay, I get it. So he was like trudging through that, right? But he didn't last. I mean, I guess I've been able to surround myself, and arguably I must do something that I'm honored by. I engage in some behavior that makes other smart people want to hang out with me. And so I've been lucky that way, and I've been able to surround myself with people that think creatively and actually have some, you know, level of intelligence. Their IQ is, you know, high, certainly above the norm, the mean, and because of that, I've been around people that, you know, when they do something that they are passionate about, they seem to be quite successful at it. And so I like to follow those people. I'm gonna go to the restroom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the camera back on the motorbike, go up there, and then I'll come back. I'll leave the phone here, and then that way I guess I'll keep streaming, and you guys can listen to the sound of the waterfall, although I don't know how much this phone picks it up, or this phone. I don't know how much the GoPro picks it up, because of course it's designed to combat white noise, right? Which is the beauty of a waterfall. So I'll be right back. This is the connection to the internet. Almost forgot. Stand by. So the restroom was 5 baht, so stand by. I need to go back up and give them my 5 baht. Hold on. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Phone is charging. We're at 49% battery, and it looks like we're actually on the air, so that's good. Should have left the key in it. So much easier when I do that. Okay. Oh wait, sunglasses. Ah. There we go. Haha. I'm gonna get a Coke Zero. I really like doing this. This may be no interest to any of you guys, and it may still not be streaming, I don't know, but this is my life on a motorbike. And I couldn't be happier. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of hip, I guess I'll call them, coffee shops here. And they're getting back open, so it's good to see. I'm not a huge fan of paying, like, you know, basically almost 200 baht for coffee sometimes. It's a little steep, but whatever, I'm on vacation, so. But if you guys have spent any time here, then you know that it's easy to do that and not get distracted by it because of the cost of other stuff, right? So for example, yesterday, Gracie and I had excellent lunch, and it was 120 baht, right? So we ate 2 people. There was more food than we could eat. We didn't even finish it. And it, you know, it was like $3.90, right? So it was 120 baht. And literally, like, a cup of coffee over there, I would argue, is probably more than 120 baht. It's probably 120 baht. And so it's not so bad, right? When you're like, okay, well, yeah, but overall, like, how much did we spend today on eating and drinking and relaxing? And usually the answer is 12 bucks. I don't know. You know what I've done ever since about 2 weeks before I almost moved to Thailand? And just so you know, it's 2 years. Today is, what's today in Thailand? I believe today is the 22nd. I got to Thailand, I stamped in like 12:30 in the morning on November 22nd. I left Los Angeles. When did I leave Los Angeles? I think it was late at night on the 19th. So it was already the 20th here. So by the time I stamped in, it was like after midnight. So it was like literally the 21st or 22nd. I don't know what today is. Today's like the 20th or the 21st or 22nd or something like that. But I can tell you, like, right now, basically, 2 years ago, and talk about change in 2 years. I mean, arguably after I'd been here 2 months was a significant change. After I'd been here 2 days, Gracie showed, or less than 2 days, after I'd been here basically one night, Gracie showed up. He picked her up at the airport, surprised her. That was fun. And yeah, so it's a big time to reflect, and you know, I have ever-expanding gratitude lists, you know. In fact, you know what? This woman that just drove by that you couldn't see on her motorbike, she had these gray streaks, green streaks in her hair that she had dyed. And 2 or 3 of the people that worked at the restaurant we were at yesterday, they had green streaks in their hair, so that might have been her. Who knows? We were pretty far south compared to where I am right now. Right now, I'm just basically north of Lipa Noi. But I'll tell you, it's really, I don't know, it's just a great exercise for me to just pause and, you know, I don't need to, literally 10 seconds later, I've got an ever-expanding list of gratitude. And I had those in San Diego too, but arguably after I had lived in San Diego for 2 years, I bet I was pretty darn grateful. Although no, I don't think I acknowledged it. I wasn't sober until 92, and I moved to San Diego in 89. So I wasn't there. It was 3 years after I lived there that I was sober. So, but I bet I started doing gratitude lists quite shortly thereafter. And the other neat thing about November 28th, that's halfway through the year from my sobriety date. My sobriety date is in May. And it's not so much of a big deal anymore, you know, the half years. The individual years are pretty big, but yeah, so November 29th, I'll have 29 and a half years clean and sober. That makes life a whole lot easier. So, to say the least, as they say. I think I need to head up to Central Festival. I want to go to the JIB there, the JIB, electronic store, computer store, whatever. I need to get a laptop that fits in the bottom of the click. I used to have one of those, but it was so underpowered I couldn't really do anything with it. But I also paid like 150 bucks for it. So I think if I get a laptop that's like around maybe $500, that'll fit underneath the click, and I'll have a beauty of a rig. It's my mobile broadcast studio. So I may go do that now. To do that, I gotta, actually I'll check on the map, but I may either have to drive back past the house I can tell you right now that I'm definitely going to extend for another week. I really like where we're staying. It's comfy. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to send a message to the landlord. I'm going to extend one more week. And then I'm going to drive over to Central. And see about laptops, tiny laptops. I thought about a tablet with, like, you know, an external, like, Bluetooth keyboard kind of thing. That might work. I like the Windows Surface machines. Those seem like a pretty good deal, but I think they're a little overpriced. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to extend another week. Ah, yeah, it's faster if I go. Okay. Okay, I think I'm still streaming. I just messaged Gracie. She says it's gonna rain where she's at, but we'll see. I'm gonna hop on the bike. I mean, it is gray up there a little bit, but it's blowing over. I mean, it moves all day long, right? I mean, the weather, the clouds move. They're rarely stagnant around here. So anyway, I'm gonna keep heading south. If you know where Lipanoi is and you know the distance between here and Central, I could either go over the top and down, but actually I like this way better because there's gonna be less traffic, but there's also less chance of flooding if it does rain this way. So anyway, I'm going to head on over to Central. It's about 10:15. I'm going to take my time and get there. So by the time I get there, it'll probably be 11 and it'll be opening. So there you go. That's the next part of the journey. Maybe it's gonna rain, who knows? find it a wise policy to always, not always, to regularly stop at piers and jetties and the water. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna check on the stream. Life's just better on the water, am I right, guys? We're gonna have pizza tonight at this pizza place right down the street from us. We had some friends recommend Boomerang Pizza over in Lamai. I give it about a 6. I had better pizza than I ordered from this like Australian place that delivered via Grab when we were staying at the first place we stayed at. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Let's see if this is streaming. If I'm streaming as I'm dreaming. Oh wow, we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. Is that true? I think the bit rate's not great, but yeah, I can kind of see what you guys are seeing. Oh, you're seeing me stand next to the camera. Get a little bit more towards the center, but yeah, it's a pretty nice stop, right? This will work. I don't know if I can hear it or not. Yeah, I can. Good. Okay. So I'll hang out here and chill out a little bit. That's good. It says the bitrate's only 1950, but looks like we're doing 1080p, or no, 720. Let me do Google Maps here. We don't open for another 30 minutes, and I got 22 more minutes left in this ride, so that's cool. An easy ride. Yeah, you cruise up and you go past the past that lake. If you guys know where Central is, up there in I mean, arguably it's in Chuang Beach, I guess, but maybe a little bit north of the infamous Chuang Beach. I could go to Chuang Beach, I guess, and like hang out for a little bit. I'm always ready to do another 7-Eleven amount. Let me go over to YouTube and see if I can see the comments. See if you guys have asked anything. That if you have my line or you have my WhatsApp, I mean, feel free to send me a message there. So Santa is moderating today. Yeah, very nice. Matt Tech, wow, look at all you guys. Roger McGee, Joe, stuck in Florida. Oh my God, I'm so honored you guys came. It just makes me smile. Soy Mafia. Oh wow, Asia, Jason, good to see you, man. Paul, right? Yeah, SMR, exactly. Should I start chewing as we drive along? Chris, Chris, I miss you something fierce, man. You found, Gracie found 3 for less than 100 baht. 3 for less than 300 baht. What are you asking me for, honey? 3 for less than 300 baht. For what? For nail polish? Anyway, just send me a picture of whatever you want. And if you know the store that it's at, that'd be even better, because I don't know, like, what stores. Oh, really? Oh, okay, awesome. Gracie just told me copy that. Copy that. Don't forget in Airbnb, honey, to check when it says type of place, check entire place, because otherwise it's going to show you houses that have just rooms for rent and rooms in a house. While they'll try and advertise it like you're getting the whole house, but unless you check entire place, then they'll show you nice rooms, and they'll show you the kitchen, which everybody shares, but we want the entire house, so entire place. Good. All right, awesome. Oh man, it's so good to see. Private. Oh my God. Wow, I really miss doing lives. I miss you guys. I hope I didn't pull you away from Jeremy. I mean, he's a buddy, right? So I mean, I don't want him to have the benefit of that. Of Sundays. I really didn't sort of acknowledge that it was Sunday, even though I like checked it on his live stream. I got back on the bike and I'm like, oh, it's Monday. It'll be no problem. Oh shoot, it's Sunday. Oh good, yeah. Feel free. Thank you, Stuck. Thanks for sharing some. Thanks for sharing other people's channels. Aren't I proud of you? Yeah, you think, honey? She just asked me if I'm proud of her. Come on. What do you guys think? Yeah, just a little. Oh, she's got like, this is great. Yeah, monthly stays. Do the, I find that right at 28 days is when you get the best discount, honey. And we got to see if they do monthly discounts. The other thing to check, because there are so many of them, honey, click on the little slider that says super hosts, because that limits it, but it also, you know, arguably those people are, the check-in process might be a little bit easier, but you know, it's not a requirement. Although, to be fair, super hosts that are renting houses for 300 baht a night is pretty good. Must be sweating buckets. I don't know. I mean, it's warm, right? Most people would say it's warm and humid, but that's why I moved here, man. That's why I moved here. Yeah, good morning, Private. Did I get the coffee you sent? Oh, Joe, we're not in Bangkok. To be fair, though, I'm going to say no, Joe, because I have 2 apps now that my condo complex uses, our condo complex uses, and they notify me the second something's delivered. So I'm going to say no to the coffee you delivered, but we'll absolutely let you know. And also, I'll make sure I give you guys our address here in Samui if we're going to stay longer. Right now, my return flight is on the 23rd. I'm going to change that tonight, probably a week from now, because that'll only cost me like 500 or 600 baht. Oh man, the water's really clear, considering, right? I mean, the water gets churned up big time and a ton of mud flows into it, so. But no, I haven't gotten it. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah, well, I could tell you, Paul. The heat in Phoenix or Las Vegas, I hate that kind of heat. My fingers would get so dry, I literally had to carry around like lotion or like Vaseline sometimes, because my fingertips would get dry and crack. Same as the bottom of my feet. So I love heat and humidity. But again, I'm not common, I suppose. I'm not normal. Most people don't like hot, and I do. I love it. So no, I didn't get the coffee. Thai Pass being filled out in 10 minutes. Oh, that. You know what I thought you guys were talking about? For some reason I flashed on. Is M-Pass, the rapid sort of RFID thing you get, so you can go through the toll roads quickly here in Thailand. I didn't check on that. So Gracie just sent me. Okay, so you sips. Oh, you're looking in US dollars. Okay, that's good. That's a really good price, honey. Send them a message. Usually if they are super hosts, they'll get back to you. Send them a message and say, hey, my husband and I, we're staying here. Tell them we're staying in Bang Po. And we would love to drive by and take a look. And if they can give us the address, that'd be awesome. If they could just send us a Google map. Many of them will do that. But yeah, that's a really, that's a cool place. House number 3, I mean, that's, you know, shoot, we're staying in house number 3, aren't we? Up from the beach, so who knows? You can't, oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, US dollars, Thai to baht, doesn't matter. I would actually prefer to pay them in US dollars, because when we stay in places, when I use my account, I think it charges it to my Southwest credit card, so we get points. So anytime I can spend US dollars and throw it on the Southwest Visa, then we get points for that. We're up to like 58,000, I think. So when we get back to the US, we'll be able to fly all over the place and go see Joe in Florida for free on Southwest Airlines. Isn't that right, Joe? Haven't had much of a presence on YouTube, a few months, changed my plans a bit in the process of putting everything in place. Hey, Stuck, I hear you, man. I haven't done anything on YouTube for a while. How many bottles in the last 20 minutes? I don't know, not 20. But yeah, there's been some I've had to maneuver around for sure. Yeah, Stuck in MedTech. I hope you guys, MedTech, remind me? Maybe you're not telling people. Big hell yes, Joe. Big hell yes. Southwest commute down to see Joe. Dude, you know what I want to do when I go down there? I want to go with you on that walk you go to at night. You may not do that anymore. I haven't watched many videos. I haven't created anything on YouTube, and I haven't watched a whole lot on YouTube. I haven't watched one of Rob's videos in forever. So anyway, it's just something, just a different change in lifestyle, I suppose. But yeah, absolutely hell yes, Joe. I assume for you I can fly right into, do I fly right into Tampa? I think so, right? Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I want to go with you on your night walk, and I also I want you and I and Gracie to cruise down, and your wife or whoever you want to bring, cruise down to Naples. There's a beautiful beach down there that goes on, well, okay, there's a beautiful beach down there with white sand that goes on forever. Which of course is describing the west coast of Florida, and the Keys. Nah, the Keys beaches don't go on forever, but anyway. And I'll show you this one beach that Gracie and I went to back when we rented the Corvette, if you remember that video. That was fun. Yeah, Tampa, I fly right in. Oh, yeah, your dates that you're coming over here, MedTech. I'm not sure whether you've told anybody those or whatever, but I vaguely remember you sending me a message online, right? Saying you're thinking about these dates, so hope that works out for you. And again, any of you guys, if you have any questions about how to get over here or, you know, silly like insurance stuff, I had a really cool call with one of the guys. He lives in Kauai, and had a great call with him, and that was really neat. I could say is I don't like to, you know, people's privacy is their own business, and so I just like to say, oh yeah, one of the guys that watches. So. But hey, Matami, good to see you, man. So yeah, that was the only thing I was thinking of. I couldn't remember when you said I could go back to the line thing. Anyway, so oh man, look at my posture. I'm like so slouched over. I suppose I should be sitting like this. At the recommendation of my body as well as my chiropractor. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop on the bike. So thank you for being 12 of you. Oh my God, 12 of you are watching. I'm honored. And even that posture, my neck is like kind of slouched forward, huh? All right, guys, I'm gonna aiming for late January. Nothing but okay, cool. Yeah, stay in touch, man. Anything I can do to help you. Anything Gracie can do to help you guys. If you have any Filipino questions, Gracie did a video on how a Filipina gets married in the how a Filipina gets married to a foreigner in Thailand. And if you haven't seen it, please go see it. Seeing you stream again, thank you, Paul. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for your thanks for everything. Some keys to a Honda motorcycle. If anyone wants a free one, let me know. Why take the key out, Tommy? I mean, come on, dude. I don't want to live in an environment. I don't want to live in a neighborhood where I have to take the damn keys out of my car. Yeah, I'm sure it is missing. Joe, you're watching way too close. I love you guys. I mean, truly, like, I really enjoy being with you in various ways. And this is just one of them, right? All right, so helmet back on. If you guys didn't hear me say it before, I want to publicly thank Dana for showing me the kind of helmet that I should have via his loaning of Patty Doyle, or giving I'm going to close this for now so that I'm not using up bandwidth on the stream. And Gracie can message me at any time, of course. All right, so I'm looking at about 15 kilometers, and the thing I need to do is when I get up, it's gonna be, yeah, for a while, I mean, I'm gonna bear right there, but like once I get up near the I'm gonna have to, I'll revisit this in like about 15 minutes because there's a right I want to take that'll take me basically to the east side of the lake there. It's near Central, if you guys know where I'm at. You guys know Samui. I will look at the comments again once I land, so feel free to put some in there, or again, if you have my messenger, feel free to message me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on the internet. Look me up. Oh look, a motorbike with a key in it, courtesy of Tommy Rentals. All right, gents. All right, guys. All right, gals. All right, chicks. All right, ladies. All right, babes. Dude, if you're president, you'd be Abraham Lincoln. What kind of car would you guys buy over here if you were to buy a car? Curious. Hold on. Let me tighten her up. Back to Santa being the moderator. Right, Mafia? Yeah, what kind of used car would you guys buy if you were to buy one over here? I'm considering it. I don't know how serious I am about it, but I don't know. I certainly wouldn't be in the mood to spend any more than about 5,000 bucks, that's for sure. So there is a restaurant up here. Do me a favor, if you can hear me as I'm talking right now, just throw a comment in the chat so that when I see it next I can tell. I forgot to do that earlier. You may not be able to hear me, and if you can't, that's fine, and no comments will show up. But if you can hear me, let me know how well you can hear me. Mike, I can hear you. I cannot hear you. This is ridiculous. Like, stop talking to yourself because you can barely hear you. Get thanks. Look at this road. You want to talk about potholes, dude? No, this is like an ice rink. This is crazy flat. revisit the map, double check. Open, I'll hit there. I'm liking this traffic. I mean, I'll stay in Samui now, but man, like if it gets back to 2019, I doubt I'll like it here. There's already too much traffic on some days in some areas on this island. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. That's not island living from my perspective. Speed bump. Mafia. Yeah, if you can hear me, this lookout point up here on the right is one of my favorite places to hang out down in the rock. definitely come back. There's a couple in there hanging out with some dogs. Yeah, it's a nice place to chill, that's for sure. That's a pretty nice view though, huh? check Mr. Google Maps, have a sip of water. It's a good life, guys. Good life. Ah, bummer, I went the top way. Okay, so I gotta come up here and I gotta take a right real soon. Actually, I'm only 5 minutes out though, so that's cool. Basically my next right I gotta take. Alright, cool. I was afraid of that. I thought I was going a little too far there for a little bit.